Hey guys, Richard here with Downgrid Survival. It's a beautiful morning here in Central Florida, Southern Florida. It's a brisk 63 degrees right now. Just beautiful weather. And sometimes we just have to take a moment and look at all the positive things in our life, all the good that's going on. And I'm looking, as I sit here at this red light, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Gas is $3.03 for unleaded, so that's a good thing. That's probably the lowest I've seen it in a while. Of course, if you read any of the news headlines, you'll know that gas is about to skyrocket because of various factors, but we knew it was going to happen. Sooner or later, all the oil reserves that the regime is giving away or selling is going to be depleted, and that's not going to be here in the market, and that's just going to cause things to skyrocket and go crazy. But here's the thing, things are bat crazy right now, aren't they? Every day, and we've been talking about this for months, but every day we wake up, we look at the news headlines, shake our head and say, what the heck? When's it gonna end? When's it gonna stop? Every day I find myself just amazed at what's going on, and something new somewhere is just making me shake my head thinking, there's gotta be an end, there's gotta be a bottom to this mess. Well, here's my thought. We don't need to find the bottom to this mess. Something needs to change. But of course, the reality is we all know it's not going to change. Things are going to continue to spiral. And I fear we're going to find that bottom somewhere. And that's not a place we want to be. Have you heard the latest rumors? Strictly rumor. Okay. Don't want to be inciting anything here, being charged with treason or anything else, but rumor is that the United States government was directly involved in the sabotage of the Nord Stream pipeline. Now, it hasn't been confirmed, but I'm starting to hear reports of that, and I suspect you have too. Supposedly that someone was tracking some military aircraft in the area at the time of those explosions when the pipeline was sabotaged last week. Also, there's the idea that this pipeline is 300 feet down underneath the ocean, and very few people would have the capability to be able to go that far to set off charges or a bomb or a torpedo or something in order to destroy the Nord Stream pipeline. So you have to ask yourself, why would they do that? Well, it's because they want to put the squeeze on Europe. Europe has been floundering a little bit, and there's worry that they're gonna, break the sanctions and say, hey, this winter, we're running out of fuel, we got to do something, and go crawling back to Russia, despite the sanctions, and try to start buying fuel. And of course, the United States government and those on the far left and those in the World Economic Forum, they don't want that to happen because they want to see the crumble and the fall to support the Great Reset. The day after all that took place, you had the Secretary of State coming out saying, hey, that was a good thing. Because, again, they're trying to eliminate fossil fuels, they're trying to eliminate people's access to them, they're trying to force green energy long before green energy, that anyone is ready for green energy. So when you look at the fact that the U.S. military aircraft was in the area, circling the area, just last month there was a big exercise, a NATO exercise, and I don't know if it was NATO or strictly American exercise, but there was American ships not far away in that area where things could have been taking place, unbeknown to the rest of the world. Then you got the Secretary saying what he said. It's just looking like, maybe the United States had a hand in it. And we all know the United States is as dirty as they come. The government, that is. I'm speaking of the government. That I don't think there's anyone more corrupt. And we used to see corrupt regimes and governments around the world and the atrocities that would take place. But this is a whole different level. And that's something that should concern all of us, because sooner or later, one of our enemies are going to stand up and say, we've just had enough. And I don't know what that's going to look like. I can give you an idea. Did you hear about Russia's high-tech nuclear sub that went missing a couple of days ago? You know, our defense agencies, our intelligence agencies, I should say, they keep a track on such things. Okay, they know where things are at around the world. It's just one of the things they do. We've got dozens and dozens of satellites that track and follow, and so we kind of know what people are doing all around the world. Somehow they managed to lose track of one of Russia's most high-tech nuclear submarines. And this is a submarine that supposedly has a weapon on it that is capable of creating a tsunami. What did they say? 1,600 feet? I can't imagine. I mean, I'm trying to imagine 1,600 feet. That's a tidal wave or a tsunami that would, I mean, that'd wash completely over the state of Florida. That would hit the East Coast and go far, far inland. To think that we're reached a point in our life where people have developed such weapons and feel the need to have such weapons. So there's that going on, and then you've got Russian allies calling for the use of tactical nuclear weapons in Ukraine because they're just not happy with how things are rolling out, because Ukrainian people have proven to be a formidable force and kind of whipping their butt a little bit. And so now they're threatening to bring out the big guns in order to get what they want. They just held the illegal elections over there, and supposedly the people voted to join Russia. So Putin just signed a law annexing 4 territories in Ukraine, and now he claims that those are Russian territories, which is going to just escalate things even more, because now the fighting is going to be, in their eyes, going to be taking place on their turf. So that's just ugly. Yeah. So, changing the subject a little bit, what are you doing to prepare for all of this? What are you doing? You know, there's 300 and what? How many people are there in the United States now? It used to be 340, 340 million or something, maybe 350 million. And then you look at channels like mine, all these prepping channels that are out there. If you look at some of the most popular prepping channels there are, some of the big names, they're hovering right at 1 million subscribers now. Oh, there's a couple that are far beyond that, I guess. But I'm talking City Prepping and Canadian Prepper. If you still, I unsubscribed from him, by the way, but I know he was hovering at right around 1 million. So some of these big names, they were hovering at around 1 million people that subscribe to him. So that's encouraging that there's at least a 1 million or so people that are got the mindset of prepping. But that's a far cry from where it needs to be. It needs to be about 340 million people subscribe to those channels, right? I don't know what to tell you.
New text message from Bridge.
Well, that's going to get edited out. So anyway, that's enough rambling for now. Hey, stay prepped. Keep doing whatever you can, because it's life as we know it now isn't going to continue. It's going to change, and probably in our very near future, and it's going to be unrecognizable. That's all I got to say. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.